We'll take the money for you.
Questions. We'll start with Bob.
Coach, just when you went back and looked at the film, what did you like about Nico? What did you see that was definitely kind of markedly improved, I guess?
I thought it was really good. Decision-making eyes. Did some good things, controlling the run game too that a lot of people don't see, and made plays as well. There's some really special plays by him during the course of the game, and continued to compete extremely hard. Played it independent, and just continuing to grow as a player. Really good performance.
Coach, on Tuesday night, the first playoff rankings come out. Obviously, there's been a lot of speculation. Now it's a little bit different because somebody's name's by a number. How do you manage that with your team? How much do you talk about it? What's the plan to kind of deal with that stuff the next few weeks?
Yeah, playoff rankings at this point don't matter. You don't have control over it. What you have control over is your preparation and how you play, and ultimately that determines where you're at or where you're not at. And for this football team, understanding that we got to continue to grow and get better and control those things that we're in control of, and this team's got to continue to get better. So it will be out on Tuesday night. Man, you remember what the first rankings were last year? I don't either, right? So it doesn't matter. What they remember is where you finish here as November wraps up.
Josh, you talked a little bit about Nico, but specifically some of those throws in the fourth quarter, those third down throws, how important or how impressive is that for someone his age to sort of be that calm and that precise in those moments?
Yeah, in those critical moments, him being him, it's needed, but it's also special from a young guy to be able to handle everything that's going on within, the scope of the game. And, that's one of the things that he's done, pretty well throughout the course of the season. There's some things that, I want back, he wants back. But his ability as a young player to go play and being willing to play on the edge, which you have to at that position. It's rare to have a young guy that's able to do that.
Now that you've had a couple of days to go back and look at it, anything operationally that Max is doing to kind of be in the funk he's in? And because he seems like such a confident kid. Like how do you is there anything you can do or anybody can do to kind of talk to him, just to kind of get some of the swagger back?
Yeah, if you've seen me kick, you'd know I'm probably not the guy to help him with his swing. So, no, I just, Max hit the ball really well majority of the year, and he hits it that way in practice too. So, for him, resetting from kick to kick, but from week to week too. It's important for him, just like any other player, to have a great week of preparation. And, I just think from, first kick to the second kick, he kind of overcorrected and kind of did the same thing on the third one too. So go find your groove, hit your sweet spot, and go play ball.
Josh, you talked a little bit about Peyton Lewis after the game. What has he done to sort of get himself in position where you guys trusted him to have a whole drive to himself when you guys needed a spark on offense? Yeah,
young guy. Just when he came in here, had to have a couple of surgeries and was limited during the course of spring ball and some of summer because of that. Kind of built him throughout the course of a training camp as far as, the physical part of the game. And for a young guy, he's really mature, really consistent in how he practices. And because of that, he's just continued to grow throughout the course of the season. It's a great example of special teams for young guys being an awesome launching point at times, gain confidence, understand the speed and, the flow of the game. And he went in the other night and it was seamless for him.
It seems like Will Brooks is always in the right place at the right time. Has he always had that kind of instinct, or has he grown? Is that something that's grown throughout his time here?
I think his growth in the understanding of what we're doing, allowing his physical traits to take over and make some of the plays that he has, it's tying all of those things in together. But Brooksy's, man, one of the hardest workers on the football team, willing to do anything and everything. Previous years, you guys have seen how important that he is to the special teams part of it. And guys like that, when they get their opportunity, they typically go take advantage of it like he has up until this point. We're going to need him to continue to make plays as we go down the stretch.
Adam and Ben.
Josh, you've talked about growing and getting better late in the season. How much of a factor is success to this point in that? Some teams don't get better in the last month of the season. The fact that you guys are where you're at, does that help?
It helps if our guys approach it the right way, and that can happen through any circumstance that you're facing. It comes down to your mental makeup, your competitive nature, and understanding that there's an opponent on Saturdays, but the real measuring stick is you're competing against yourself and helping our football team be their best.
Josh, what did you see on the touchdown from Nico to Kitzelman there? Both kind of talked about improvising on that play. What was that part of the progression, the play design there? What did you see from them?
Yeah, players making plays. It's a great job by Nico, big-time play, understanding all the bodies where they're at, having the physical traits to be able to make that throw, and then Kitzelman being on the same page and making a play.
What have you seen from the Mississippi State young quarterback last couple of weeks since he's been running the show?
Yeah, I just think he continues to get better in what they're doing. Young player that is continuing to get better, but got a good future in front of them. And they have some dynamic playmakers out on the outside, and he's done a good job decision making and continuing to become more and more accurate and decisive with the football. He's playing really well.
The Kentucky defense seemed to have been able to take advantage a little bit in the run game against the defense. What all are you maybe focusing on to tighten up when you get ready for Mississippi State?
I'm going to ask you to repeat the first part of the question. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Kentucky seemed to be able to run the ball well on the defense. What are you all tightening up getting ready for State?
Yep, it takes all 11. You got to have gap integrity. We got out of gaps a couple times, and that creates the explosive plays that you saw from them. So it comes down to communication, everybody being tied in together.
Josh, how unique is this game going to be for you facing Jeff, having had him on your staff before and known him for a while? And can you kind of detail your guys' relationship and how you've seen him kind of grow since you guys were together at UCF? Yeah,
I've known Jeff for a long time, dating all the way back to Oklahoma when he was still a student there, and great respect for him, his staff. It's not just Jeff that I know. I know a bunch of their guys, and good people, good coaches, and doing a good job down there. So it'll be unique in that, I've sat in the staff room with those guys before.
How maddening for you were the first halves and offensively, and is there anything at this point?
Me?
Yeah.
Come on.
I saw the TV copy. Is there anything that you can do at this point in time to change it up, or is it just, you just got to play cleaner football and that's it?
Well, we do have to play cleaner football. I told the guys today, don't focus on what the result in the first half you want. We want to start fast, obviously, but focus on, the details of your job. And that comes every day, and our practices, our meetings, walk through, all of it being tied in together. And, we want to start a lot faster than we have here the last few weeks. So we're capable of it. Got to take advantage of things and do the simple things at a high level, in particular down in the red zone where, we've had to kick too many field goals the last few weeks. We've had turnovers. We've gotten behind the chains, things that we control, and got to be better.
Have you ever had an offense like this?
Man, no. This is it's been a unique run here in the first half for sure.
We'll finish with Eric.
Kind of touched on it there, but what makes the red zone so difficult offensively and defensively? It's just down there near the goal line.
everything gets tighter down there, right? And so self-inflicted wounds always hurt you, right? But they hurt you even more down there because, you know, the windows are tighter if you're throwing the football. The bodies are tighter in the run game. You know, we got to execute at a higher level. And that's not third down, but it's third down too. It's first and second down too. So if it's like not major things, major overhauls. Sorry, I paused there just to make sure I was phrasing it the right way. It's really ordinary things, and we can do that. We control that. Okay, appreciate it. Have a great day.